What's up, everybody? Week 9 in the books. Week 10 is here. And man, a lot of stuff went on last week. Standings went all over the place. Teams jumping up, teams falling down. Um, your eyes aren't deceiving you. I know you guys see a Christmas tree behind me. I know it's a little early, but my wife went ahead and did some creative stuff and made my own man cave tree here. I'm gonna look closely, but you can see she actually made like personalized ornaments. I got Eli Manning on the tree there, Doc Gooden, Barzell, and a lot of little my favorites. A little of my Islanders, my Giants, my Mets. So big shout out to her and all the great work she did there. I love the tree a lot. All right, let's get into sports. Tough loss last week, man. I lost to Bad Boy. Should have started freaking Ryan. I started Tannehill. If I would have started Ryan, I would have won the week. Instead, I start Tannehill. I lose. Bad Boys picks up the win, 141-127. Got the much-needed win to boost them up into playoff contention at 4-5. I got the loss and it dropped me out of playoff contention. I'm tied for that last spot with Gotham Knights and Bad Boys, but unfortunately they both beat me this year, so they both hold the tiebreakers over me. So that sucks, but there's still some weeks left, so I just got to continue winning. Eddie, good win last week, man. The battle of the top two teams, Team 8000 and Ridley's Believe It or Not. And let me tell you, Marco and Team 8000, man, not to be denied. They lost Henry, so what? Still going to drop 136 points and get the 136-101 win. Marco is now 8-1, atop of the league with a 2-game lead. Man, I'm telling you, man, he's looking to break that schneid, man. He doesn't want to get 4 straight losses and thing, man. He wants a championship. Ridley drops down to 5-3-1 and back in the pack as he drops down to 4th place. Legendary Giant against Frank's Jets. It's the other side of the spectrum. The two teams with the worst records in the league, and Legendary Giant pulls out the blowout win, 154-91. Don't sleep on Juan because he's had tough losses this year, and he's getting everybody back healthy. Kittle's back. He's getting McCaffrey. He's got McCaffrey back. There could be a run there. He's the one wild card right now I think that could sneak in, seeing how the season plays out. My brother-in-law Frank drops down to the bottom of the cellar at 2-7, and I guess that dream is all but over, making that run to make the playoffs. Next matchup, we have Steel Current versus Team Deal, and two teams going in different directions. Ariel, not to be denied, with the 124-76 win. Danny, what's going on, man? You started off great, and man, you just on a free fall right now. Steel Curtain goes up to 6-3, third in the league. Team Deal drops to 5-4 and down to 7th place. Dude, Danny, you've lost 3 in a row, man. It's not looking good. Don't know what to say other than that, man. Next matchup, Ojo Meister versus Colin Wapnick and Jordan. What happened to you, man? A blowout win, 148-110. Ojo smacking up his cousin, beating him down. Jordan drops down into the basement with my brother-in-law Frank at 2-7. Ojo Meister, the newcomer, tied with Ridley's Believe It or Not with 5-3-1, currently in 5th place. Then we had the defending champs Flying Buffalo Wings going against Brooklyn Giants, and Alex starting to hit his stride. A 113-79 win. Flying Buffalo Wings is in the 6th spot with the 5-4 record. So it's funny, with the extra game in the league this year, that gives us an extra game in our league. And I opened up the season, and I just checked that I closed the season against the defending champs. That could be a big matchup, man. I could be playing for my playoff life there. Flying Buffalo Wings, like I said, that is in 6th place now. Brooklyn Giants fading fast at 3-6. And the last matchup, we have Bushwick Hitman against Gotham Knights, and Bubba with the win, the 112-78 win. Bushwick Hitman is now 6-3 and in 2nd place. I said at the beginning of the season, I thought Bushwick had a good team. And, man, it's starting to show, man, 6-3, getting a good hold. And, unless there's a catastrophe, it looks like we'll probably get into the playoffs. Gotham Knights on the bubble at 4-5, on the outside looking in that 9th spot. So, like I said, man, M-Team 8000 is leading the league right now with the 8-1 record. But, man, from 2 to 7, it's one game that separates everybody there. And then you've got 3 teams vying for that last spot with Legendary Giant, who could sneak in as his guys get healthy. So this week is going to be big. And the first matchup is going to be Eli, 2-time Super Bowl MVP, going against Ridley's Believe It or Not. Now listen, I met Marty this year. I actually hired him this year. He's been a great addition to the firm, man. Marty, I appreciate all the hard work you've put in already, man. I'm glad that you've joined our team. So don't take it the wrong way when I kick your ass this week, man. I'm sorry. I need to win. It's desperate time, so I'm going to pull this one out. And I'm telling you, man, I'm going to have I'm feeling I'm going to have a big week this week. So I apologize now in advance. Bad Boys, Legendary Giant. Man, this is bad. You both need to win. Bad Boys needs to win to stay alive in that playoff spot. Legendary Giant, if he's going to make the run, now's the time to do it. They're both riding one-game winning streaks. So we'll see how that goes. Then we have Team Deal versus M-Team 8000. 2 teams going in definitely different directions. M-Team 8000 has won 5 in a row. Team Deal has lost 3 in a row. And I think that trend is going to continue, man. Right now, M-Team 8000 is too tough, and Team Deal is just in a free fall right now. Next, we have, again, back-to-back weeks, the battles of the worst teams. This time, it's Frank's Jets versus Colin Kaepernick, both at 2-7. I mean, this is just more for bragging rights than anything else. Thanksgiving in 2 weeks, who can brag that they beat the other team? So it's going to be more of a bragging rights game. Next matchup, we have Steel Curtain versus Flying Buffalo Wings, and this is a big matchup. 6-3, 5-4, both riding winning streaks coming into this matchup. It's going to be a good game. Then we have Ojo Meister going against Gotham Knights, and again, Gotham Knights, they lost 1. They're kind of like back and forth, win 2, lose 2. They're back on the losing end again. Ojo Meister's won 2 in a row. My cousin's, running a nice little streak right now. Again, this matchup is going to play huge dividends for whoever wins. And then finally, we have Brooklyn Giants versus Bushwick Hitmen. And man, Bushwick Hitmen, Bubba, your team is good, man. It's going to be a good matchup. Well, this may be it for you, man. We'll see how it goes. All right, team highlight. The team highlight this week is going to be Legendary Giant, my boy Juan. Now, me and Juan go way back. I'm talking about way back to when we were like 9, 10 years old, hanging out on Saddam Street in Bushwick. He was my one guy I could always talk sports with. He's the one that really put me back into hockey. He was a huge Ranger fan. I was an Islander fan. He was a Knicks fan. I was a Bulls fan. But we both shared the love for the Giants. We both shared the love for the Mets. And he's my one dude. He's, like I said, he's been a close friend for a long, long time. In the league, he came in 2016. And I actually, after doing the calculations, realized I made a mistake last week. I incorrectly stated that Marco had the best winning percentages in the league, but I stand corrected. It's actually Legendary Giant who actually had a better record by 1 game than Marco. He was 40-25, which gives him a 615 winning percentage, which is the best record ever in my league. Not only that, Juan also won a championship in his 2nd year in the league. He's made it to the playoffs 4 times. He's got knocked out twice in the first round. Got knocked out once in the second round. And then he won the championship in 2017. He won the championship against Marco to hold that trophy up. Juan, you're a fierce competitor, man. And, dude, if there was anybody who I talk a lot of crap about sports, but Juan knows his shit, and he's like my go-to. He's like my guru. He's like my encyclopedia when I need to confirm information. I even go to him sometimes for advice when it comes to stuff in my other fantasy leagues, if I'm making a good trade or not. Juan, you my boy. Always will be, man. Thank you for joining the league. You make it much more fun, much more competitive. All right, man. So we're here, week 10. We're getting down to the last few weeks. This is where we make our runs. Teams rise, teams fall. It's gonna be a fun week, man. Giants have the bye, so I can relax and just watch my guys play. All right, you guys have a good week. Talk to you guys soon. Later.